Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Date Night Dinners. I'm your host D. Now I got a cute little thing coming through tonight. So on the menu today, we're gonna have fresh oysters on the half shell. And since it's cold and chilly outside, I figured why not? We're gonna do a hearty, delicious clam chowder made from scratch. So we got a special episode for y'all today. We stopped by a few places right here in the San Francisco Bay Area. We stopped by Point Reyes Vineyards and we stopped by Tomales Bay Oyster Company. Now I believe in supporting your local vendors and buying local because they got the freshest ingredients and it was made and grown with love. Check it out. What's going on, y'all? It's a lovely day in Tomales Bay, man. We about to go holler at the partner Sean, man. He about to show us how they get down around here, so check it out.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Crack it open. Oh, look at that.
That's beauty right there.
It's a fatty.
Straight from the ocean.
We get this rain and it kind of brings in extra food,
Yeah?
and they get real nice like that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's a fat one too.
It's all you.
Yeah? Right on, brother. Cheers. Man. How I apply for a job here, bro? You just pay me an oyster. Good morning, everybody. We over here at Tomales Bay Oyster Company with my boy Sean, man, and we out here picking up some fresh local ingredients to whip something up tonight. Sean, tell us about what they got going on over here.
Farming oysters out here in the bay, and then just selling them right here at the blue table. Live in the shell, fresh from the bay, local, organic.
Definitely. Sean, tell us about what they're trying to do to the area. You know, they shut down the picnics and everything, and how can people
Help us out.
help y'all out? You know.
Best thing to do is just come out here and buy oysters.
Yeah.
Right now we're in dispute with the county. Some people were complaining about how crowded we would get on the weekends and stuff, cars parking on the highway. So the county's arguing that we're on land zoned for agriculture and that you're not allowed to picnic and recreate on that land.
Yeah. So is there a website or something where people can sign a petition or something?
Change.org.
Yeah.
Just search Tomales Bay or the first one.
Yeah. Go ahead and
shows up.
sign up for that. Click on change.org and look up Tomales Bay Oyster Company and try to sign that petition so we can have picnics over here.
Get the party back.
Yeah, definitely. Because this spot be it'd be packed on the weekends usually.
Yeah, the county, they just don't like the fun. They don't like us having fun.
Exactly.
We want to have fun. That's right.
Definitely. Yeah.
You got to think global, act local, and learn to coexist.
Exactly. There you go. Thank you. So before we get started, we're gonna get our mise en place ready. If you don't know what mise en place is, check out episode 1. We have your favorite hot sauce. We have pepper, salt, fresh limes, our Pacific oysters, and a bed of ice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our oysters and shuck them from the back. We're gonna slide this little tip in right here, pop it right open, and cut that little stem off. Add it right here. Beautiful. So this is gonna be one of our easiest recipes. It ain't nothing but 3-4 ingredients. So what's sexier than a raw oyster for date night? I can't think of none. We gonna keep it simple. Hot sauce, lime, we on our way, boy. So next on the menu, we're gonna do our clam chowder. We're gonna use about a half of a leek, 3 golden potatoes, about a cup of shredded carrots, a 1/4 cup of flour, some white wine just to deglaze with, 4 to 6 ounces of bacon, 3 to 4 sprigs of thyme, and also our clam juice, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Now if you can't get these fresh clams, go ahead and go to the store and get you some canned clams. The chopped ones will be best because they're gonna come out a little bit chunkier. It's not gonna be exactly the same, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. So we're gonna peel and cut our potatoes. Wash them off. So we're gonna take our golden potatoes and do about a medium dice. Nice and hearty. We don't want them too small because then they'll just disintegrate in the sauce. So we're gonna take our leek and cut it in half. Now we gotta wash these real properly because a lot of dirt gets stuck in between these little leaves, so make sure you get in there and get all the dirt out. So leeks are in the same family as the onion family. It's just a slightly lighter taste of onion. Milder flavor of onion. I'm gonna go ahead and just last but not least, our bacon. Give it a nice little rough chop. Not too small because we want little bits and pieces of bacon in there. Give us that little salty and smoky flavor. We're always gonna do our protein last. So we're gonna heat up our pot about a medium high. And first thing we're gonna do is add our bacon. So we're gonna go ahead and just render all the fat off of this bacon. Get that nice little smokiness out of it. It's gonna give our chowder that nice little smoky taste. We're gonna add a couple tablespoons of butter. Now be careful because butter will burn and so will bacon. So you just gotta keep watching it. If it gets too hot, turn it down a little bit. Next, we're gonna add our leeks. Don't be afraid to burn your bacon a little bit. It's gonna give it that nice smoky flavor. The more we cook this bacon, the more powerful this little aroma is gonna be in there. It's all about the aromatics. Leeks, bacon. We're releasing all of the aromas right now. Alright, so now we're gonna add our flour. Now this is called a roux. Basically, we're gonna make a little paste. Make a little pasty. This is gonna thicken up our cream. You're gonna want to turn it down a little bit. Okay. So now that we got that, so we're gonna deglaze with white wine right now. We got a little Pinot Grigio. This just releases, you see all that crust on the bottom of the pan? When we hit it with this wine, it's gonna deglaze all that brown stuff is just gonna come right off and give it a whole bunch more aromatics. Now we're gonna hit it with our clam juice. And last but not least, about 3 cups of heavy whipping cream. Just go ahead and mix that. This is gonna thicken up real quick when it comes to a nice little simmer. So now we're gonna add about a cup of shredded carrots. We're gonna add in our golden Yukon potatoes. And we're also gonna add our thyme. 3 to 4 sprigs of thyme. Dump them in there whole. We're gonna take these out later on. This is just for flavor. We're gonna let this come to a nice little simmer real slow like. Now remember, if this gets too thick, you can always water it down with some clam juice or water. So now we're just gonna go ahead and cover our pot up. Let it simmer for about 10-15 minutes. Wait until the potatoes are cooked a little bit. And then we're gonna add our clams last. So now that our potatoes are cooked halfway, we're gonna go ahead and add our clams in here. Now remember, if you don't have fresh clams, you can go ahead and use the canned clams. Now usually we go ahead and shuck these and put them in here, but I think these clams are way too beautiful not to throw in here whole, so we're just gonna throw them right in here. So just make sure to wash them off real nice and get all that extra sand and dirt off of them before we throw them in here. Last thing we want is a whole bunch of little sand and particles in our stew. Gonna add a couple pinches of sea salt in here, just for flavor. Tasty food, see what it needs. See, we got a nice little consistency. Coat the back of the spoon real nice, not too thick, not too runny. Tasty food, see what it needs. You're gonna add a little bit more salt. Some pepper. So our potatoes are almost there. Clams are getting there. About 2-3 more minutes, we'll be ready to go. Talk about fresh, boy, look at that. These were literally in the ocean about 4 hours ago. Got our nice little bacon fat, bacon grease in there. Alright, so we there. You got the right consistency. Not too thick, not too runny. Be just right. Go ahead and put our stuff in a bowl. Make sure you don't get none of this thyme. We're gonna leave the thyme in there, let it marinate a little bit. Boy, this smells lovely. I'm gonna go ahead and garnish with some parsley. I'm gonna serve with a couple of slices of sourdough bread. So shout out to Miss Linda over at Point Reyes Vineyards for hooking it up with the sparkling wine. And shout out to the homie Sean over at Tomales Bay Oyster Company for hooking it up with the oysters and clams. When you get a chance to go ahead and go on change.org and sign that petition to bring the party back to Tomales Bay Oyster Company, because they're really trying to shut it down right now. So go ahead, when you got some time, go ahead and check it out. Alright, well, it's about that time. I gotta go get ready for this date. Thank you for tuning in to the Date Night Dinners. I'm your host, D. Until next time, I'll see y'all in a minute.